Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan, and today I'm back and I wanted to show you how to make the cages I used for our bucket garden. It's really easy, it's super cost effective, and minimal tools are required. Just a cool pair of gloves and some nice wire cutters. So I'm going to show you real quick what we need and the type of fence to get, and it's easily accessible at Home Depot, Lowe's, local hardware stores. You'll be able to find it. Yeah, I'm going to show you what I used and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so like I said, minimal tools are required. You see a nice pair of gloves with a good coating on them so you don't get kind of stabbed up while you make your cuttings here. A good pair of wire snips. And the fencing we're going to use, okay, I got at Home Depot. Like I said, you can find it at Lowe's, Home Depot, or local hardware. It is 3 feet high, and it comes in 50-foot lengths and 100-foot lengths. It is definitely more cost effective to get the 100-foot length, and you may not think you're going to use it, but if you have a large amount of tomatoes, squash, and other things, you're going to see the 100-foot is going to come in handy. So, as it is not really as useful. These 2x4 squares, okay, they're not doing anything for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn them into 4x4 squares so we can easily put our hands through and trim. We'll be able to get at our plants and also apply fertilizer if we need and things like that. So normally you might need a tape measure. Well, you would need a tape measure because you need to know the circumference of your buckets, the length to cut your wire fence. But since I already did that for you because of all the ones I already have, I'm going to show you in the next frame exactly where to cut, and then we're going to show you the pattern to cut because you want to leave the last 2 layers on the bottom. These squares here, you want to have these squares to stay with the 2x4s, okay? Because we're going to use them to anchor it to the bucket, and it also adds support when we lock them together. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. All right, now what I want to stress is your first cut here is going to be right here, but you want this to overhang the 2 inches. All right, and then you're going to count every other pole, and this is specific for the Homer buckets or any bucket for that matter, a 5-gallon pail. So you're going to count every other one, starting with the first one. So this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to do that all the way down till you get to 11. Okay, and what I like to do is I dent it here just so I know, because this cut, all right, you're going to make right up against this one here, okay? All right, because we're going to wrap it and use it for support. That's kind of weird to do with the camera. Hold on. Okay, and you're going to follow that pattern all the way down, and then you're going to want to cut these in the middle. Okay, like so. They're going to easily just bust like that. And like I said, you want to turn these into 4x4 squares. So you're going to do this all the way down the row, all right, and then skip each row. So after you have this cut free, all right, start cutting out your squares like I just did, but every other one. So we just cut this one, don't cut this one, now start out this one, okay, and that's going to get, and then go down. All right, follow that all the way down to the bottom, except for these last 2 squares, okay? These 2 rows here are going to be left alone because we need those to help support to the bucket, okay? So I'm going to finish popping all these out and getting the rows done, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, now, as you can see, all of them have been popped out. I did leave a few in here just so I can show you exactly how easy it is. I mean, they just give them a few twists, and that's it. It pops right off. Now you're going to want to collect these, not just leave them around, but they just pop right off. Now, on the bottom here, I want to show you, this is what I meant by leaving this row alone, okay, these last 2. These are going to act as our anchors. So when you cut to empty out your rows here, it's okay that you're cutting in the middle here, just don't take this little end off, okay, because we're going to use that, like I said, to anchor to the bucket. And I'm going to show you that in our next clip. So we're going to wrap our buckets now and get going. All right, now, the most crucial part about your first wrap when you do this is to make sure that the first box here, the top line, is in line with there's a little fin right behind here. I don't know if you can see it. See this here? Make sure that it's in line the whole way around, okay? And then fold your little tabs in to lock that into position. So this way when the fruit gets heavier on top, it's not going to push this cage down on you, okay? So it looks a little sloppy here, and it's gonna because once you lock this here, okay, we're locked in, best bet is to take your pliers, all right, with this one, and just pull and turn, okay? That's gonna latch that one right in for you. Now the reason it's gonna look a little strange and messy is because you're gonna be able to clean this up, but I wanted to gain a little more circumference. So now once we're locked in to these two positions here, you're free to go to your upper points, okay? And you'll be able to, it's hard to do with one hand, but it's better on here. You'll be able to get this right here and align them back up, okay? And you're gonna be able to do it the whole way up. It's a little difficult because I'm doing it with a plant already in here, but you're gonna see once I'm finished, they're all gonna line up perfectly. So again, this is gonna look a little messy at first, don't worry. Okay, just get this, like I said, this first line in line the whole way around. Lock your tabs in so that it does not move, okay, doesn't come down on you. And then start, not this first one because it's going to be sloppy till you clean the rest up. Start with these here, okay, and align them perfectly and twist them around one another. And I'll show you what all that looks like, okay? Here we are. As you see, everything cleaned up very nicely. Now you want to take these here, so you know how I spun them, is you want to bend them this way, then back around the other side, so you make a little hoop, okay, on all of them. All right, all the way up to the top there. As you can see, oh, looks like I missed one. Catch that one before I finish up, but it's much cleaner looking. Okay, everything cleaned up really good and nice and neat, all right? And you're not supposed to do this with the plants in there. You should have done it before, but I was a little late. So this is you get to see a side-by-side comparison before and then after. Pretty cool, right? And yeah, real cost-effective and cheap way to get cages for your plants, you know, even for your cucumbers to climb. And again, I use my squash and everything like that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found the video useful. Thank you so much for watching. As always, much love to you guys, and Godspeed.